Hello and welcome to month end 5, Categories. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. In this series, I take a look at common month-end tasks, and I show which tools can help. Here, we're gonna take a look at these credit card categories. Now, I don't know if you've ever done the accounting for a credit card, but it can sometimes be annoying because you have these types of descriptions and you have to map them to like GL account codes. Like what? And this can be a very time-consuming process. And if you have to do one, it's annoying enough, but when you have to do many, that becomes very annoying. And then when you have to do them every month, it's exponentially annoying. So I want to show you how we could possibly use the COPILOT function to help. As of the time I'm recording this, the COPILOT function requires a few things. It requires a separate Microsoft Copilot license. It also requires a current version with all the updates applied. If you don't have the COPILOT function, check with your IT group. Basically what we want to say is, take a look at these, give me the categories. So the way that we do that is equals COPILOT. And this function works with pairs of arguments, the prompt and then the context. The prompt here is going to be, give me the category of each credit card charge. Close the quote and then the comma, and then what are the credit card charges? So we just pointed to this range. Close function and enter. Okay, and you can see that it tried to categorize these, and it did a pretty good job, but the only problem is those aren't my account codes. Like, those might be valid categories, but they're not the categories I need. So let's address that in the next exercise, exercise 2. Here we have the descriptions, and instead of just inventing its own categories, we want to tell the COPILOT function to only map them to our SG&A accounts. In other words, these accounts right here. So what we do is equals COPILOT, and we say categorize these credit card charges. Which ones? These right here, comma, and then I'm going to say based on my accounts here, and then I just give it my account range. Close function and enter. And now we can see it's gone ahead and it has categorized these to my accounts. And that feels really good, doesn't it? If you've ever done one of these, you know how good that feels. But Jeff, hold on, I can't really trust it. I agree. My policy is I never blindly trust an AI. And I always tell people, never blindly trust an AI. So what about if we wanted to set some type of confidence threshold? Well, let's go to the next exercise, exercise 3. So once again, equals COPILOT. And I want to say, give the category for these credit card charges. Which card charges? These right here, comma, based on my accounts. Where are the accounts? They're right here, comma. If you are less than 90% confident, return unknown. Close function and enter. Okay, and as we scroll down, we see most of these are categorized, but here we have an unknown. And this means it's just not sure. And this is exactly what I'm looking for, because otherwise it's going to try to make its best match. And I'd rather know ahead of time before I book it. So I could easily scan through these and look for the unknowns and then make the correct account assignment. And I feel like this is a pretty good use for this COPILOT function and its ability to do categories, because honestly, it's relatively low risk if it's wrong. Like if it's wrong and it puts something in travel and entertainment that should be in meals, I can just later do a reclass, like not a big deal. So in this case, it's a high level of manual effort to go through this volume of card charges. It's a relatively low risk if there's an error. And we also set this confidence threshold so we can review the ones that don't have high confidence. So I love this use of the COPILOT function, and I hope you do too. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.
This video is a production of Excel University.